Oh, shit. Okay, so we are on and live now. Good morning, my tipsters. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Daily Tips with Monica. With my
Good
hold
morning.
on. Okay,
You should be good now.
okay. Um, Good morning, guys. We are here today with my. I am here today with my special guest, the McRae Kingz. That is Joseph and Tremel. Say hi to everyone.
Hey,
Hey
everybody.
everybody.
It is thank y'all guys so much for being my special guest today. Um, what we're going to do now, yes, we are all a part of the TBT squad. So shout out to the TBT squad. Um, we're gonna wait a few moments, guys, to see who else gonna come into the chat. I hope everybody had a good night rest. I had a decent one. Air still out, but it was
Oh
decent.
God.
Yes, like Mississippi weather, y'all is unbearable. Like, good morning, Medina. How you doing? How you doing, Medina?
Morning, Medina.
Oh my gosh, you said your ear is out?
Yes, and here in Mississippi, it is like it's supposed to be like 90 something degrees today, and like I got fans everywhere. Last night it was cool because of the fans and the
Mm-hmm.
ceiling fans being on. So I got a fan right here in my face. So we just hopefully I can get the guy to come out today. I missed him yesterday because yesterday wasn't a good day.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead. Um, we have like two people in the chat, but more will come as we come on. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. Um, if I have not said hey to Wanston, hey Wanston, thank you for coming.
No
Thank you so
problem.
much for coming. Uh, we're doing well, Medina. We're doing well. Okay, guys. So this morning, what we're going to be talking about, the topic is today is how tips on not judging a book by its cover. As always, we always do a devotion. So I'm gonna go ahead and read this devotion, guys. It is have you ever been alone with God? When they were alone, he explained all things to his disciples. Thank you, Wanston. Our solitude with him, Jesus doesn't take us aside and explain things to us all the time. He explains things to us as we are unable to understand them. The lives of others are examples to us, but God requires us to examine our own souls. It is slow work, so slow it takes God all of God of time, the eternity, to make a man or woman conform to his purpose. When we can only be used by God after we allow him to show us the deep hidden areas of our own character. It is astounding how ignorant we are about ourselves. We don't even recognize the envy, the laziness, or pride within us when we see it. But Jesus will reveal to us everything we have held within ourselves before this grace began to work. How many of us have learned to look inwardly with courage? We have to get rid of the idea that we understand ourselves. That is always the last bit of pride to go. The only one who understands us is God. The greatest curse in our spiritual life is pride. If we have ever had a glimpse of what we were like in the sight of God, we would never say, "Oh, I'm so unworthy." We will understand that this goes without saying, but as long as there is any doubt that we are unworthy, God will continue to close us in until He gets us alone. Whenever there is any element of pride or conceit remaining, Jesus can't teach us anything. He will allow us to experience heartbreak or the disappointment we feel when our intellectual pride is wounded. He will reveal numerous misplaced affections or desires things over which we never thought he would have to get us along. Many things are to show us often without effect, but when God gives us alone over them, they will clear. They will be clear. So, uh, basically, what this is saying is, guys, are we too prideful for Jesus? For Jesus, or to let God in? Good morning, Idealionaire. Good morning, Nene. Uh, are we too prideful for Jesus? Are we too? We can't put our pride to the side and have a walk with Jesus or God? Are we too prideful to talk about the goodness and his mercifulness? Are we just so wrapped up in our own selves that we can't we can only be about ourselves. We can't be about God. Um, like you said, we being prideful will cost us a lot. It will, like they say, if a closed mouth don't get fed. So if you too prideful to ask for God for something, and you just want to walk on your own will, He will put you in a place where you have to ask Him for help. So, yes, sometimes we do feel like we are unworthy of God and His blessings and the things that He do in our life, but we are so worthy. He loves all of us. So why would you feel like you're unworthy of God, grace, and mercy?
Right.
So, good morning, Anita. Good morning, Exclusive TV.
Hey,
Uh,
Anita.
and okay, Joseph and Travell. Y'all gonna elaborate on the devotion?
Well, you can get too prideful just in general. Just it
Yes,
even be about asking for stuff. You could just be prideful in just what you have, and it
right.
becomes more of a I'm worshiping all the trinkets that I have as opposed to how I got them from God. Because if it wasn't for Him, you wouldn't have none of it. And a lot of times people forget to give thanks for what He's done for them, which makes them become more prideful. Like, I did all of this. I did all of this. And
Yes.
in reality, God is sitting back saying, no, I did this for you. Yes, you went out and brought it because I can't come down there and buy it for you. But if it
Mhm.
wasn't for me, then you wouldn't have none of this at all. I went through that and lost it all.
Me
And
too.
I had that little prideful thing about myself. Now I'm just as humble as I want to be.
Yes,
That's
God will put you in a place like it says in the devotion. God will put you in a place where He will humble you. He will humble you. That means you can go through a heartbreak. Like you said, you can lose everything that you have to humble yourself,
yeah,
for God to humble you.
yeah.
And then all the things that I'm not a mean person, so I've never said these things out loud to people.
Hmm.
All the things that I've thought about people, I then had to sit back and I thought them about myself. And just because I thought them about myself, I felt like it's weird because if I sat and thought something about you, that's
Hmm.
fine. Now that I'm a realist, so now that I'm in the same situation that I may have thought you were in, I'm going to
Right,
think the same about myself. And it wasn't a
right.
pleasant thought. It was like, oh my God, I'm the bum that I keep in my head saying that other
Yeah,
people are. Because that was the first words that you're a bum.
yeah,
I don't want to be with you. You're a bum. You have nothing. You're a bum.
right.
Never saying that to somebody,
Right.
but thinking it. So in my mind, because I don't have these things anymore, I'm that bum.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to really sit back and go, am I really a bum or that I just don't have the things that I want? So it made me reevaluate how I looked at people, period. Even though
Mhm.
I verbally said that to anybody, because I'm not that type of person to
The
hurt
Lord said,
somebody's
didn't
feelings.
I tell you? I told you.
But the Lord had to put me in a
Yeah, He
place
said, I told you. I'm going to show
for
you.
the
I'm
people
going to
that
show
I was judging without them knowing I was judging them.
you.
Right.
Show you, Joseph. I'm gonna show you just exactly what I'm talking about. Won't God do it? Won't He do it?
Hmm.
I'm telling you. Yeah, you know what? A lot of people don't humble themselves.
Hmm.
Learn how to humble themselves when it comes to, you know, lives. Period. The very life that you live that's so privileged, and you have all these things, but for God, you would not have them. You know.
And I know I went through what and I tell Trina all the time, if I didn't go through what I went through, we would not be married right now.
You're probably not.
Because my whole mental state about his situation at the time would have not let me even. It would have been like, oh, okay, that's nice. Oh, okay, I was never mad at you. All right, bye. Because that's how I was. And again, I never verbally said anything to hurt anybody's feelings. But in my mind, I would have been thinking, you're a bum. No, you keep a bum. I drive around in this kind of car, this, and I have that.
Honda.
And I could wear a different outfit every day of the week for like 3 months without repeating my clothes. Why would I want to be with? These are things, even though I said that to anybody, change that inside of me. Because see, sometimes, like me, we could be never verbally say it, never verbally attack anybody with it, never verbally hurt anybody's feelings, but inside, inside, if I would have said half the things I thought about people would hate me just because of how my way of thinking was. My way of thinking was horrible about people. If you didn't have what I had, and if you didn't move the way I moved, and if I felt you couldn't keep up, then you was a waste of my time. There was no reason for me to be around you. But when I was put in the same situation as most of the people that I judged, it became, okay, well, these people, you're a good person, so how many good people did you miss out on in your life because you just judged them for what they had and not even got an opportunity to really know who they were?
Exactly.
And I think that's where a lot of people mess up, because they'll tell you, I don't judge nobody. I don't judge people.
And you know that's a lie, because you know we all do that.
Because they're verbally saying it, so they think that it doesn't matter, but it does matter. The Bible says thinking it's already done.
Man.
So once you think it, even though I never verbally called them bums, once I thought
it in your head.
Right. I already believed it without saying it to them. But you know.
So do I be getting myself in trouble when I be thinking it?
Yeah.
Like I be
yeah, you be getting yourself in good trouble when you think it.
I be like, Joseph, look what's coming down the street now.
So guys, thank you so much, Joseph Shamel, for elaborating on the devotion. It kind of relates to our daily tips, so it just coincidentally happened. But thank you guys so much for coming to this Daily Tips with Monica, with my special guests, Joseph and Jermel, the McRae Kingz. So thank you guys so much. If you have not hit that like button, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to share us out to all platforms. So what we're going to talk about today is tips on not judging a book by its cover. This is a metaphor phrase that means that you shouldn't prejudge someone's worth or value by its outside appearance alone. Good morning, Q and Nene. The first three things we're going to talk about is why we judge others. The first thing is we are insecure. Being an insecure person is the main reason we judge. When we are insecure or unhappy with who we are, then we try to put other people down. Though it doesn't build you up when you put other people down, we do it anyway. We want to feel good by making others feel bad. How many of us are so insecure with ourselves that we put down other people? We have done that. I have done that because they may have something that I want. So, or they may look a certain way and I want to look that way. So I'm so insecure about who I am that I got to knock them down. And that's not right. You know, we cannot judge someone because we got some insecurities going on in ourselves. We can't do that. We can't be that way. We have to learn how to accept people for who they are and, not their outer appearance. Now, sometimes the way people talk, I'm going to be honest, sometimes the way people talk, sometimes I prejudge them because I be like, Lord, I don't know. Let it see. I be like, Lord, I don't know how. They're a little ignorant, but they may be the sweetest person in the world. But just they may just be in a situation that kind of made them upset, and they be but you know, I'm judging them because of the situation and not of who they are, because they may have to step out in the character on somebody, and they may have been, and I've been like, you know, they ignorant, you know.
And it's like people always say, "Oh no, I don't do that. I don't do,"
Mhm.
like when they hear what you say. But we do it, because when somebody comes to you and be like, "Ooh, look, I got a brand new Mercedes Benz. Ain't it nice?" A lot of us will not go, "Yeah, it's nice," because they excited and you're excited for them. Secretly, you're insecure because you want the same car, and if you had the car, you doing exactly what they do. So you'll look at them and go, "It's cute." Or it's all right, or if that's what you like, they come up with some off the wall stuff, knowing damn well if they were the ones standing there with the car, they would be doing the same thing. Right. Look at my new car. I was able to get in Mercedes, and blah 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 blah, and they would be just as excited. But to knock them down and make them feel some kind of way because secretly you want what they have, they'll start with the "it's cute." If that's you like, but I don't like Mercedes. I like BMW.
They be saying
nobody asked you what you like.
She don't deserve that.
Because they know deep on the inside that, you know, like, that really is a nice car, but they don't want to give the accolade because they so insecure, you know.
Right. Or the next thing when they see one of your other friends, you be like, "Oh, did you see Monica's new Mercedes? You have to do to get that." Like you couldn't do it on your own.
It was used. They had a patch.
Yeah.
Like, with a reason and excuse. Oh, it's not like it was brand new. It was used. It's not like she had a brand new car, but it's a car nonetheless. Whether it's used or not, guess what? You still waiting at the bus stop, and I'm in my used car driving.
Right.
But people don't look at it that way. They will always try to knock what you have or downplay what you have if they don't have it or they have less than.
Right. So let's get into the chat. Good morning, Anita. Talking my TBT family, our TBT family. Good morning, Anita. Good morning, Lady C. If I have not spoken to you guys, I'm so sorry. We just been talking and getting into this topic. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you guys so much for coming in. So let me go back up here. I know Nene said I'm great. Well, I hope your sister have her baby today, Nene. Q and Nene said, "People not happy for me. LOL, I feel you." Uh, Lady C said, "They just hating and passing their feelings off on you," and that is so true, Lady C. Mm-hmm. They it's some really it's some haters out here, y'all. They will hate, and you don't. Let me tell you something. You don't have to have a lot for people to hate on you. You can live in an apartment with an old school car, but you happy, and you dressing, dress nice. Yeah, and people be like, they hating on you because of what you got. Go ahead.
What I had to learn, because my mother would always meet some of my friends and go, "Oh, they jealous of you." In my mind, I'm like, why would they be jealous of me? We have the same amount of things. Okay, maybe I drive a Lexus and they drive a Mercedes. There's no reason. Yeah. But then when I realized that, I'm like, you jealous of other things. You jealous that I have a mother that I could talk to. You jealous I have a family that you always come around. You're jealous because my family accepts you where yours might not accept you and your friends. So I had to realize, because a lot of times when people say jealous or envious, they first go to what you have. And it's a lot of times about what you have. Because a lot of times you on even playing ground. So in your mind, it's like, what are you jealous of? Why? But it's other things and aspects of your life that they're jealous of that to you is nothing, but to them is everything, because they want that part of your life that they don't have. Right. So a lot of people, when they hear the word jealousy or somebody's envious of them, and they're like, no, because we always think materialistic stuff. And people can be envious of us and want things that we have that have nothing to do with materialistic stuff. They could just be jealous because you have a boyfriend. They could be jealous because your kids love you. They could be jealous because you take care of your kids. They could be jealous for any amount of reasons under the sun. And like, it took me a long time to realize that. And I'm the type of person, if you say something to me, I don't just pass it off. It's like, I think about it and I start watching my surroundings and watching things. And then I'm like, you know what? Maybe they are. Maybe maybe it is because I start paying attention. And like what that talking about getting a new car and stuff, when you always get a friend that when something happens for you, they always, oh, I gotta call you back. Oh, girl, I'm a little busy. Oh, I'm busy. But when you call, he is, oh, girl, I had the worst day today. Really? Girl, hold on. I'm cooking, but I'm gonna sit down and talk to you. You cooking and you want to hear my bad story. But when you cooking, you don't want to hear my good story. You need to evaluate those people in your life.
Amen.
It's
So,
always that you least expect to. It's always the person you least expect.
mhm. Okay, so Q and Nene said none of my friends or family truly happy for me in my life and how my husband spoiled me, so I get no compliments or anything. Well, Nene, don't worry about that. Focus on the people that are loving you and supporting you and doing what you're supposed to do.
Sure.
Still love your family no matter what, you know. But if they not supporting you and your husband, then just focus on that. And if they can't respect it or they envious of it, then that's something they have to deal with.
You don't need nobody to validate who you are or
Exactly.
anything. You don't need nobody to give you no accolades. You get enough
And I
accolades
bet
from
you,
God.
and I bet you the first time they need something, it comes straight to you and your husband, don't they?
Mm,
Right.
right. Yeah.
So, okay. So, Lady C said, "Q and Nene, good morning." Okay, okay, Anita. Anita said she's getting herself together. She didn't personally speak to anyone. Forgive her. Lady C says it's something missing in their life that they see in you. Amen. Exclusive TV said John 15 and 25, they hated me without a cause. How many times, like, I'm gonna tell you with what's going on now in racism, that's what racism is. They hate you without a cause. They hate you because for no reason. They hate you because of a skin color, pigmentation. That's all what it is. They're still judging a book by a cover. You're not getting to know the black person. Feel what I'm saying? And you're not getting to know the person that's on the
No,
inside who God created.
they've
You
been conditioned to believe that
yeah,
they conditioned to be afraid that we're going to find out their secret, and their secret is that they are not superior to us. That's what the secret is, and they're afraid that that's gonna be revealed, and we're gonna
right.
really start believing that. And when we do start believing that, it's curtains for them. It's just
But at the
yeah,
same
that's just what
time,
it is.
I'm not gonna let that all fall on just white people because I had a conversation
No,
with
it
I
doesn't.
had a conversation with somebody this week,
Okay.
and they were like, "We as black people judge black people too." How many times have you been in a restaurant or a movie theater or somewhere, and it was just a majority of white people, and as soon as black people came in that you felt wasn't of your class, it was like, "Oh God, here comes trouble." And I
I
said,
had
we do that when a certain type of black person comes in an establishment and we feel that we there, so we know how to act, and you don't know nothing about them, but just because they're there and they might be a little loud walking in, it's like, oh God, here we go. And then you as a black person get
been
upset,
fabulous.
right?
Feel like you feel like they represent you too.
You Because when you look at them, if let's just assume they are going to get loud and they are going to
Right.
act what we call ghetto, then now that becomes a representation of you, even though you're not acting that way. You feel they're going to judge you based on them, which a lot of them do,
Yeah.
and a lot of them do. But at the same token, being black, you shouldn't feel that way when your own people walk in an establishment.
Right. Right. You shouldn't prejudge them now. Now
Okay.
because that's a totally different thing. The behavior is a totally different thing, I think.
Right.
You judge them as a person, but their behavior, if their behavior is belligerent or, just not appropriate for whatever the occasion is, then yeah,
Right.
I'm gonna feel some type of way about it, but I'm not gonna judge them as a person because, like Monica said, they could be the nicest person in the world, the most
Exactly.
ratchet person in the world, the
Can
most
be the nicest
ratchet
person
person in the world, is the person that'll open up their door for you. You
Yep.
know, they'll
Man.
open up the door and they'll give you something to eat, they'll feed you, and they'll have conversation with you the whole nine.
Yep.
Right. Okay, so exclusive says something that's gonna happen. Hater gonna hate and don't let it bring you down. Q and Nene said, "Man, these MFers jealous for everything I do and have, even my babies. I got with my husband. I hate I have stuff sometimes because I don't want people to talk about me, shame my head. people won't even compliment or nothing because it's something they got on the inside that going on with
Yeah,
them. Don't take it personal. I'm gonna be real.
it's
Don't
kind
take that personal. That's something they got to work on the inside of them. They get because they probably missing something. Go ahead, Tremel. Go
of,
ahead.
no, I say, and stop worrying about people talking about you and what they think about you. My pastor says it best. What people think about you ain't none of your business. And it's not. It ain't none of your business. What is it your business for if somebody don't like you?
Amen.
And
No.
at the same time, stop needing validation from people
Yeah.
that you know.
Right. Right.
I'm sure people that you don't know compliment you. I'm sure people that you don't know do all the things that the people that you do know. We do want that, and it's hard to say don't look for validation
Right.
because it's not necessarily validation. We just want to know that
But you
the
can't get
people
inside
and
your
the
head
people
about it.
that we know are proud of us for our accomplishments and stuff like that. But a lot of times, those are the people that are never going to give you what you're looking for.
Right.
It's the outside sources that are going to give you what you're looking for. Me and Tremel found that out when we started our platform. I have family members that will sit and tell me all day long who they watch on YouTube, but they won't never click on our channel. They won't even hit the subscribe button on our channel. And I'm like, but I'm supposed to be okay with that. And when I tell you, oh,
Same
live,
way.
you never pop into my live. And of course, you feel some kind of way, but at the same time, guess what? Everybody that
It's
watch
okay.
us, everybody that's watching us now is supposed to be watching us.
That's
So
Right.
what.
it is what it is. And we
Right.
have, like I said, we want, I don't know if validation is the right word, but we want the compliment. We want you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you from
You
the people
do.
that we know. But in actuality, it means more from the people that we don't know because they don't know us from a can of paint. So for a total stranger to walk up to me and Tremel in the street and be like, oh my God, when we was doing Coffee with the Kings, I know y'all. I drink coffee with y'all in the morning. That made us feel
Right.
10 times better than my my cousin perhaps calling me saying, oh yeah, I watched y'all today. Y'all did a great job.
But you
Thank
got to
you.
look at it as
Okay,
a you have to look at it as a luxury and not a necessity. It's not a necessity to get accolades, and that's not going to stop your show. It's not going to stop your flow. Nah, you have to be able to stand on your own and stand alone and be happy with yourself. And if somebody don't give you accolades, you give yourself that.
Mhm.
Okay, guys. So just give me a moment here. Okay, so we would like to welcome each and every one of you guys that's coming on to the live discussion today. Thank you, Tremel and Joseph. They are my special guests. Is a great topic, and we appreciate everybody that has come in. Welcome Woo Young with the cherubim. Welcome to Mina's Reborn Angels. Tara's Vibe. Thank you so much for. If you want to bless my cash app, look on the scroll on the screen. If you want to bless my special guest as well, y'all can put y'all cash app in there too. If you Joseph and Tremel. I feel like if they're on the panel, they should as well get the same type of love. That's just my heart, and that's just me. So welcome each and everyone, Tars Vibe. Thank you so much for blessing us or blessing me. I appreciate that. And this is a great discussion. I do appreciate Joseph and Tremel for coming onto this. I hope I have not missed. Oh, good morning, blogs and fiction. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
So a lot of people came onto the
Yeah, I
to,
see.
yeah. Lady C said, not one of my immediate family members subscribed to my channel. If they did, I would have over 1,000 subscribers. I have told each one, posted my YT to my family on Facebook, nothing. Just a few, good morning, Eat with C, just a few of mine, but they do tell me they do watch. I said, well, why don't you comment? They was like, well, I don't know how to comment. That's all you got to do is, if you sign in to YouTube, all you got to do is comment and make
Right.
sure you liking the video and all that. But, like, but they don't understand it. They just say, well, I support you, but I ain't commented because I don't know how. But I do appreciate the views. So, and then like when I post I posted that I had 10,000 views and I put it on my actual YouTube page. They was like, for real? You got 10,000 views? Yes, I
Uh-huh.
did get 10,000 views. And I'm still building.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm the technical guy in my family, so
Yeah.
everybody comes when they want to do something technical. So they want me to get they whatever they got going, going good, and then meanwhile mine is like falling short because I'm so busy doing stuff for them. I said I had to stop picking up the phone.
Right. Right. So let's get back to the tip. Like y'all, we look. I got six. I'm on about the second tip, but if we don't make it to all the way, we just know that we got the message out there. So the second thing is we are scared. When we are scared or intimidated by other people, we will put them down. We will try to band together and make fun of someone. Some people see prettier women, handsome men as a threat. What they will do is make fun of their outfit or their hair, just something that they ain't got good going on. They usually will try to knock that down. When people are scared, they try to feel better about themselves by putting other people down. And some we fear people who are different from us and just them I'm sorry, just because they are not like us.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm laughing at what Monica said when she said, if you look good or whatever, because I've always been through that with people. You're fat, and I'll be like, and you're ugly. I'm not. You're ugly. I could always lose weight, honey, and when I do, then you really have a problem. So you
exactly.
leave me fat and call it a day. And that's
Yeah.
why I started laughing when she was saying that, because in my mind I'm thinking about all the people I've said. I said, but you're ugly.
I've heard him say stuff like this to people.
No, or they work out like you're fat. I said, okay, and you're a gorilla with muscles. I've never seen a gorilla that was cute. Like
I've heard him like say stuff like
Good
this
morning, AW.
because I just
and then they look at me. They be looking at me like I'm supposed to say something about what he just said. Don't look at me. You asked for it.
the people do it to you all the time because they want to
Yes,
knock
they
that.
fear that is so sad. People are fearful of other people and how they look and how they can grow. Sometimes they'll knock down what you got going on. I'm gonna be real. Like some people would knock down the good stuff. Doing. Think about it. It's somebody in these bushes right now, guys.
It's somebody planning your demise as you speak.
Right.
Somebody planning your demise. You always, and it's sad that you have to look at them, but that's just the way it is. It's like, crabs in a barrel. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, we don't have to be that way towards one another. We really don't.
Right.
Right.
We all can.
We will get so much further if we learn how to help one another.
Right. Thank you, Taurus Vibes. Thank you so much. So like, even though I do this and I have a full-time job and things like that, you think people on my job ain't watching it? Like, well, she's so focused on YouTube that she can't do her job. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll try to find a way to try to get me fired from my full-time job, honey, just because they scared that I may become something on here.
Right.
And so with YouTube, I had to realize that most of the trolls that come in our comments or that thumbs down us, like,
the church burgers,
they're upset because they don't have the nerve to do what we do.
Yeah, that's true.
They're upset.
Morning,
they can't get in front of a camera and do what it is that we do. So to try to stop us, that's why they troll us and leave the stupid comments and thumbs down videos and things of that nature. And I had to learn that every comment don't require a response. Because I was the one. I don't care, good, bad, whatever. I was going to respond to your comment. And I wasn't going to be nice about it if you left some kind. But I realized, why let somebody put me in that situation when I don't have to be?
Yes, because you just know this. If you do this, if you are a content creator, know this. The very fact that you are bold enough to do it is an accomplishment. This takes a lot of you got to be bold to do this. You have to like sacrifice a lot to do this.
Yes, like
you have to open up your whole life to people.
Right. Like me, like I have to be a single mother, a YouTuber, a worker, a mom that clean up, a mom that washes clothes, and I be sitting here folding clothes, watching videos. Then sometimes, like last night, I just said, I said I got to take myself a minute and just relax and spend some time and lay in the bed with my kids and stuff like that, because my kids want some attention too, and my kids, you know what I'm saying, they love me. So even if you two work or not, they gonna be here. So
But girl, let me tell you something. I felt so bad when you couldn't get a Happy Meal. Listen, I was like, Lord, please let the next one she go to, please let her get a Happy Meal. Girl, he get Joseph. He was getting
yes, my
all. He was
y'all,
getting ready to come apart at the seams
Chanel came
yesterday.
in the room and said, Monica having a day like we had. I said, what? Remember that day when we tried to I
Yes,
said, oh,
we
child.
look,
had.
I went to two McDonald's, guys. Two.
We
My
went to
son,
4 IHOPs one day, 4, and sat
And couldn't get
down
no food.
and couldn't get nothing to eat. He kept on saying, "All right, Tramel, that's enough. Let's go."
good morning, Coach Sherry. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for coming. Yes, let me say this, then we'll get back. Then we'll go back to a tip. Let me tell you,
Okay.
we had waited in line at the first McDonald's for like 10 minutes. And the air conditioner guy called me and said, I'm here, where you at? So I was like, God, I'm trying to get my kids something to eat. So Jayla wanted some wings. So she already had her food. But Jamel didn't. He wanted a 4 for $4. So we went there, they talking about, oh, our bum machine messed up, Mel. Can we give you a refund? Then just Mom Jamel was like, Mama, where you going? I said, Jamel, they machine messed up. And so they gave me a $2 refund. I was like, what my other $2? Jamel just didn't want the chicken nuggets. He wanted his whole meal. So
Right.
I lost $2. I said, it'll be all right. Then get to the other, they talking about, I fist them down. I said, Lord. And then he was like, Mama. And he started crying. And then y'all know I went to Little Caesar and got him a whole cheese.
Yeah.
And guess what? He was so happy eating that whole cheese pizza. So
Oh Lord.
yes, so yes, thank God for the cheese pizza.
Yes. Oh, I ain't know you. I ain't know which was because I said she ready to get out this car and start screaming.
No, no. God worked it out where I calmed down and it's just because I was having a bad day and I didn't want to take it out on them.
Yeah.
So the third thing is, guys, we are seeking change. When we want our own life to be different, we are quick to judge other people. If someone is doing something different with their life, sometimes we will speak negative on it. Sometimes we become jealous of people that has changed their lives and make it a quick judgment because we are miserable. Let me tell you something, y'all. It's some miserable people out here in this world, and we don't want to be one of those miserable people. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
going to keep it real. Go
And
ahead. It look like you're going to say something. Go ahead and
because
say what you're going to say.
a lot of people are scared because like people used to tell me, how could you just pick up and move someplace you don't know nobody? How I could never do that. And why would you do that? And you need to stay where you at. Why? Because you scared. A lot of people are scared to just uproot their lives and make a change. And they get in their feelings about people that can do that. People that just get
Start
up and
walking out our faith.
make things happen
And
for
thank you,
themselves.
Block Fiction. Thank you so much, Block Fiction.
If you're gonna walk out on faith and you claim that you have faith, then you need to do what it is that you need to do and know
That's
that
it.
God is gonna make it work for you.
That's
And
it.
even if it doesn't work for you, at least you can say, well, I tried and
Right.
this didn't work. So let me
Right.
go back to what I was doing before. As opposed to just staying stagnant where you at and sitting there going, I wish I could do this. I
Failing
want
is
to do
part of the
this.
process. Failing is part of the
You'll never be
process.
successful unless you fail.
Yeah, it's part of the process. There's no
Because
way
God
to avoid
knows
it sometimes.
when I moved to Atlanta, it was the worst thing I have ever done in my entire life. But I don't regret it because guess what? I can never sit here and say what would have happened if I moved to Atlanta because I know my whole life fell apart when I moved to Atlanta. And all I had to do was pick up the pieces and put it back together
That's
again.
it.
Man.
And Eric,
So,
go ahead.
so let's make sure that we are not um we are not getting
You, Tamara.
kids or others because they want to change. Embrace that change. Embrace someone trying to change their life or trying to change their attitude or change like some people, you know how you like you used to going some people used to you going to the club and and going out each day, and then you be like, no, I don't want to be a part of that no more. I'm trying to change. I'm trying to work on me. I'm trying to work on my attitude. I'm trying to build myself up. Some people don't want you to build yourself up. Some people want you to be where you at. Just stay where you at. And I'm not me myself. I'm not the type of person. If I feel if you want to change, you want to work at being better, then hey, I'm happy for you. I'm gonna help you.
Yeah,
So
Misery love company. It do, but don't you be miserable with them. You don't have
Right.
to be miserable with them, and don't judge them. Don't judge them because
Right.
they ain't in the same space as you are. It may not be time to be in the same space as you are. You can separate yourself from them, but don't judge them as a person just because they're not where you are.
And can
Right.
I just answer, Coach
Yeah.
Sherry? Atlanta didn't work for me, and this is part of this what we're talking about as well, because there were a lot of things that tried to stop me from moving to Atlanta. A lot of things that was just put in my path to say, stay your ass in Maryland. But I was so insistent that this was what I was going to do that I maneuvered around everything that was blocking me, everything that was trying to say, stay your ass in Maryland. I was like, nope, I'm going to make this happen. Nope, I don't care what they do. Nope, y'all could try to stop my job, but because they refused to transfer me, because it was like this whole thing. And I was maneuvering around everything. And then when I thought about it, I said, you know what? You weren't even supposed to be here because God tried to stop you plenty of times, but you were so insistent that you coming, you coming, you coming. And I got there, and I swear to you, the very after I went to sleep, when I moved there, the very next morning when I woke up, I was like, why did I move here? I realized that I had made the biggest mistake of my life. And that year, and it really wasn't nothing I could say bad about Atlanta. Like people always say, well, why did you hate it? I was like, because I wasn't supposed to be there. Like, it just was one of those things where you force something to happen for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to stop doing that too. Because sometimes God will put things in your path, blockages, and you so insistent that you're going to get it and you're going to make it happen that when you do, you become miserable behind your own decision because God tried to tell you, you weren't supposed to be here. I didn't want you here, but you insisted on coming, so now deal with it. And I dealt with it for almost 2 years. I got there in December of 2014, and I left in October of 2016 because my whole life, little by little, was falling apart. And it was just like,
Okay. Well, Taurus Vibe said protecting your energy is extremely important, especially these times. Amen. Protect your energy, baby. It's
yep,
a lot of people out there with some negative energy that you do
Yeah.
not want to be a part of. So let's make sure we are protecting our energy. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is okay. So we have talked about why uh, why we judge others. Now we're going to talk about 3 ways to stop judging. The first thing is stop judging yourself. It's not all that easy to do, but the more we judge others, the more we try to judge, the more we judge ourselves. That's what I'm saying. The more we judge ourselves, the more we try to judge others. Stop saying I need to work on it. I'm trying to make myself better. Just say I need to focus on the positive things I got going on in my life. It will be easier to focus on the positive aspects of others. So Coach Sherry said before I relate to that, she said, yes, sometimes we try to force the change and it will make it may not be the right season. God will align what's for you. I totally understand. Amen.
Yeah.
So, guys, we judge. The way to stop judging is stop judging yourself. Stop being so judgmental to yourself. You're not going to be like everybody else. It's some great aspects to you as well. You can't like you can't compare your life to other people. That's what my mom always told me. She said you can't compare your life to other people because you wasn't raised like them and you wasn't and you have a different mindset than them. Everybody ain't gonna have the same mindset as you,
Right.
but
Right.
that doesn't mean that you have to judge yourself and you have to be hard on yourself because somebody else have made it and you ain't made it yet. You haven't find you're gonna work, you're gonna make it. It's not gonna be they may you don't know, they may had bought their way to the top. Some
Right.
people have kissed, excuse my language, but kissed ass to get to the top.
Yeah.
But if
You
you're the one
know,
of those
I
go
tell
ahead.
Joe all the time, we always have this ongoing battle between each other. I'd be like, look at it, put yourself in that person's shoes. And he'd be like, no. He'd be like, no. No, I'm not putting myself in that person's shoes. I tell him you gotta look at things from both sides of the spectrum. Before you just make a final judgment on something. You gotta look at Put yourself in that person's shoes, just like he had to do when he had to humble himself. He had to put himself in that same person's shoes that he was talking about.
But I'm very judgmental of myself. I'm probably harder on
Yeah,
myself than people
Me
are.
too.
yeah,
But
I
we
would
have
sit, beat myself down,
yeah.
and
That's
be
y'all
like,
Aries people. Y'all just like that.
who?
Y'all Aries people.
There you go with that.
Y'all are so hard on yourself. Like he is so hard on himself. I'm like
I
Joseph.
am too.
Let it go, Joseph. Let it go. Put your hands up and receive it. Let it go.
I
He
showed that was sometimes people tell me,
judgmental of themselves, like be really like Joseph. I'm like Joseph. Why are you beating yourself up?
he'll get mad at me because I'll be cooking something, and like if the waffle, like one day I was making waffles, and it stuck in the pan, and I like got mad and threw the waffle pan. It's
The
just like,
whole waffle
what is wrong
iron.
with you? I said, because I know what I'm doing and it should work right.
Yeah.
amen,
Like, okay,
amen.
waffle iron.
So AW said, sometimes we beat ourselves up and work through the process and be patient. Your time will come. Yes, your time for being successful will come if you just be patient with yourself. Sometimes we just rush ourselves because we want it, we want it, we
Yeah,
want it,
because
we
we
want
want
it.
it. We
But like
want it to shine.
you're
You
right.
know, shine for everybody to see, and we rush it. We want to shine so bad that we want to shine right now. You
Right.
know,
That's how when I first got on YouTube, that's what I wanted. But then I realized, hey, people ain't gonna come to you like that. They ain't finna just boom, you gonna be a success overnight. You gotta work at this.
yeah,
You gotta let people know what you're trying to do. You got to
right,
put work in. This ain't
right.
look, this ain't no piece of cake, baby. You gonna have to work at it. You gonna have
So
to be
easy,
working.
but not. It's not. You really have to dedicate your time and everything to it. It's not.
Right.
It's
And
not
then
easy.
all us content creators sat there and psyched ourselves out and said, I can do it better than them. I can do it better than that. They got that many subscribers. I know I can get them. And we stuck at 125 going, okay, what's the problem?
Exactly. Exactly. But then if you just push yourself, you'll be successful.
Yeah,
You will be successful.
But it's all
So
season. It's all in your time. But we want our time to be, as soon as we think it, it's supposed to happen.
yeah.
right, and see, we can't be that way. So guys, let's make sure that we don't be so critical of ourselves. Q and Nene said, "LOL, that's right. I don't think like that by putting myself in another shoes. LOL, that's first. Uh, um, facts. Nene said, "It takes time to be successful. I'm dedicated, so it's coming. Exactly. You got to dedicate yourself. If you want to be successful, you have to dedicate yourself.
Yeah.
Um, and that's the same thing we hear on YouTube. That's the only way you're going to really be successful. Be
Yeah.
love. Let me tell you, Be Love will tell you she was where we at right now, but she
Mm-hmm.
dedicated herself to becoming a mukbanger. So we all can be successful and we all can get those 1 million subscribers or whatever. We just got to work at it and we got to still put our content out there. We still got to make ourselves put ourselves out there. Put yourself out there in negative light. Don't get subscribers because of negativeness. You know how people be going off and cussing each other out, and people,
Yeah.
going back and forth to different content creators live stream because they into it. It's just, and then yes, you got monetized because of your negative. And then now when you're trying you don't got monetized, and then all of a sudden now people ain't coming to watch your videos
Right.
because they were coming for the negative. They wasn't
For
coming
the man.
for your positive.
For the
Amen.
man.
So the second thing is, because we got like 12 minutes, focus on your own life. When everything else has failed and you think judgment is hard for you to do, worry about yourself. A favor, focus on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Do yourself a favor and focus on yourself. Don't be worried about what other people got going on, what they wearing and who they are in a relationship with. Think about your own life and focus on the things you got to do and improve yourself. When you try to avoid your own problem, it is easy to criticize other people. So don't do that. Think about you and focus on the good things you got going on. So uh worry about your own business. Be about your own business. If you focus on your own business and what you got going on, then you ain't got time to be judging somebody else's business because you
Yeah.
focusing on your own business. Stop being like that. Just don't stop. Well, she with him. Well, this man might be fine, and this lady may not look too cute. But she be like, girl, what he want with her? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, let's get it down to where we live, because I'm telling the truth. What he want with her? Then you see a man, a rich man, and he with a poor woman, and a woman that life, like she made some bad choices in life, and
Right.
thing like that. And then you see this man that got, he's rich, but he doesn't. He ain't looking at her about her past. He loving her for who she is now. So
Right.
some people be like, girl, what made him marry her? She was a thought back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Worry about your own business.
Yeah.
Worry about you. What you do in your younger days. A lot of us, we did some things, Hey, but now we're not that person. Don't make that face joke.
I'm gonna leave that right on alone, child. Lord, please continue to work on me, Lord Jesus. Yeah. I'm gonna leave that one right on alone. No, but what you're saying is true. Yeah. Yeah, what you're saying is true.
Coach Sherry said you can't control what other people say, do, or think. You control your own words and action. Amen.
Mm-hmm.
You can't control nobody else's thoughts, but you control your own. So instead of trying to think, what he want with her, why she, oh Lord, how she get that new house? Because I was 28 years old when I bought my home. And there was a goal I had set for myself. And some people like, girl, you 28 and bought you a house? They were shocked. I'm like, yeah, I could buy me a house. Because I put forth the effort in trying to buy one.
Right.
Some people like, well, Lord, I thought she was, you know what I'm saying? Because, I'm gonna be from where I came from, we lived a little poor, but I am now, you know what I'm saying? I'm not rich or nothing like that, but I'm glad to be where I'm at now. So people, whew, like I said, people will make. And then sometimes me myself, I get upset because they be trying to judge me, and then I be want to go off on them. So we can't be that way. We got to say whatever you want to say, but I'm gonna continue to be me.
Right.
I was 29 when me and my husband bought our first house cash. So yes, we did that month. Amen, man. If you want something, you go out there and get it. Don't focus on what somebody else if somebody else doing, because you could buy you a house too, but you know what I'm saying, you just got to go through the process if you want it. Hey, God blesses us in each different ways. We just we cannot focus on somebody else's blessings.
Yeah. And you got to be a doer. It's all nice that you have a nice idea. It's all nice with all these ideas, but what are you doing to execute what it is that you are thinking about? What are you doing to make all these ideas in your head come to fruition? Because there's a lot of people that let fear stop them from doing all the things that they can do and be successful because they're scared, because they don't know what's going to happen. And they rather sit in their commonality than step out on faith and make something happen for themselves.
Right.
And like that. And like I said, I'll make something. If I think it and I want it, I'll make it happen one way or another. And when people talk to me, I'm like, well, I'm tired of hearing you tell me every week, I want to write a book. I want to write a book. Oh, did you start? Did you even get the first page and put the title of the book on there? Hell, just put "by" in your name, and then we can have a conversation about you writing a book. But until you start, telling me 30 times is not doing anything for your book. Right. And me, I'm tired of hearing it. People have to start stepping out of their commonality and start walking into what it is they want. And me and Trumel we didn't even know. You know how the memories pop up on Facebook? One of our memories from a video we did last year popped up, and I was like, Trumel, I didn't even know this got 1.5 million views. We didn't even know we had a video on Facebook that had 1.5 million views. And I'm like, because we were so busy doing too many things at one time that we weren't focused on one thing. And when our YouTube page started picking up, we just put everything to the side and said, this is what we're going to focus on. We can go back to doing everything else, but this is what we're going to focus on so that we make something happen for ourselves. Oh, that video will pop up on YouTube later on today.
Okay. So the third thing is that we got like 6 minutes. Remember how it feels. Remember how it feels to be judged. Then think about the last time you judged someone else. So when you judge somebody else, remember how it felt when somebody judged you.
Yeah.
Right.
It don't feel good to
It
be
don't.
judged or to be judged. So stop. Just say, I'm going to work on remembering the feelings that I had when I was judged the next time you feel like speaking negative on someone. So
Mm-hmm.
remember how it feels when somebody did something to you and judged you. So they'll stop you from doing it to somebody else. And just say, you know what, I ain't even gonna act like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Work work on me, Jesus. But
Yes, work, Lord. Just please, Lord. I know. Yeah, no, yeah, I know. I wasn't supposed to say that. I'm sorry. Yeah.
yes. So thank you, Joseph and Jamel, guys. That's it for the tips. Thank you, Joseph and Jamel, so much for coming on here. I appreciate it. Do y'all have anything y'all would like to say or recap or anything like that? Oh, I got a recap. I'm
You
sorry.
got
I'm sorry, y'all. Like this topic was so good, and the conversation was so good. Sometimes I just forget.
Yeah,
So,
elaborate on that this week, probably. So
okay,
we can elaborate more on it. So make sure you guys tune into TBT Squad every morning. You
yes,
know, so that we can have more in-depth discussion about it. Um, because we're always looking for things to discuss during the week.
right, and yeah, y'all drop all y'all information, Joseph and Tremel. Tell y'all your information. I'm not gonna worry about the recap.
with us. I saw some people saying they would join our family while we were on the live. I'll put the link in the description box.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for everybody that has joined our page, new subscribers and
Yes,
old.
yes,
And if you don't know, me and Tramel are, if you really want an idea of who we are, just watch our car conversations videos. You will see we are both hysterical. We are both funny. We are both just, and we do stuff like this where we really have real intense conversations. But the majority of stuff we do, and that's our little baby, Joe Mel.
no, the little monster. He's a gremlin. That's
I
what he.
call Joella a monster.
Would you stop it?
But at least he was good and quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't say, look, wait till y'all get on y'all live.
Now he biting my
I
feet.
had that conversation like you have with kids. I said, you won't embarrass me in front of all these people.
Yeah, he had that conversation.
I don't
with him
care what
this
you do
morning.
on our channel, but you will not embarrass me on somebody else's channel.
That's why he's so quiet, because Joseph had a little talk with him.
Well, he been good. Thank you, Jomel, for being good.
Don't say his name too loud. He might hear you, and then he'll start cutting up.
Okay, so that is their
That's
link. If you
soon as he
want
hear
to
his
connect
name,
with
fall
McRae
back
Kingz,
off.
if that is the link, if you want to connect with the McRae Kingz, they are great. They my brothers. They part of the TBT squad. So
Yeah.
shout out before we got like 2 minutes. Shout out to the TBT squad.
Yes.
That is me myself, the McRae Kingz. It's me, Wanston. Yes, honey. Um,
Yes.
yo, it's your boy Leo, and
Yes.
let's talk about it with Anita.
Yes.
Um, thank you, Tars Vibes, for coming. Thank you for blessing us. Um, and as
Yes,
well,
Thank you.
us.
Thank you so much.
tomorrow I will be coming to you guys at 7 a.m. So look forward to that. Joseph and Jamel, I think they're going on live. Y'all going live later?
Yeah,
Yeah,
at
later
11
on.
o'clock Eastern Standard.
Okay, so make sure you guys are connecting with the McRae Kingz and make sure they will be going live later on. We do have an action-packed morning. We do have an action-packed morning. And if you ever want to reach out to me, if you ever want to reach out to me and get the daily tips or anything like that, you can contact me at MJ&J Family 2020 at gmail.com. If you ever want to email me or want me to talk about a specific tips or anything like that, that'll be a great way of um that'll be a great way of contacting me. Um we're going to hold on just a second, please.
Mimi.
If all minds are clear, is y'all minds are clear? Uh, Joseph and Tremel.
Yes.
Okay, hold on just a minute.
And if any of y'all want to see some of our videos on Facebook, if you're on Facebook, you can join our page on Facebook. It's the same thing, the McRae Kingz.
Okay, so we're going to, like I always tell you guys, we're gonna always, we're gonna keep this positive movement pushing. It is 8 a.m. My brother, um, it's me, Wanston. Yes, honey, part of the TBT squad. He is going to be live next. So, what I want you guys to do, we're going to go ahead, we're going to end this chat, and we're going to go on. We're going to keep the positivity moving, and we're going to go to It's Me, Wanston. Yes, honey. We're going to go to his channel and go to his live stream. He has a great topic as well. We all have great topics and we all have great things to do. So if y'all give us y'all morning, y'all will have a great morning. All of us are great. So thank you guys so much for coming on into this
Thank you,
Daily
guys.
Monica with my special guests, Tremel and Joseph, the McRae Kingz.
Monica,
Thank you,
thank
Tremel.
you.
Thank
You
you.
welcome. You welcome. If you want to be a special guest on here, just let me know. I'm looking for somebody for Saturday, next Saturday. So if you
I
want to be next,
have Wanston on next Saturday.
Wanston did it last week.
Or what did you have? You had Leo?
I ain't had Leo yet, and I haven't had Anita. It's gonna be Leo or Anita.
Yeah.
So look forward to that, guys. So let's make sure. Let me make sure that Wanston is on his live.
He just went live.
He just went live. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna drop his link, and you guys go ahead and connect with Wanston. Y'all have a happy Saturday. Y'all pray I get my air fixed today.
I hope
Um,
you do. I hope you do.
so y'all have a good night. I mean, not
You
a good
too.
night, a good day.
Y'all
Love you,
stick
little
around
sis.
till 11 o'clock and watch us live.
Yeah,
Yes, love you.
and Anita comes on at 10. So
Anita comes on at
all right, y'all have a good day.
All righty. Bye.
Bye.